Now, where are you from?
Right here in Mississippi. It's like 15 minutes outside of Memphis, so that's why, you know, we caught up in a little Memphis culture. You know, that's why we always be in Memphis, because it's like a drive. It's just like a skip and a hop away. So, you know, you can be back and forth in Memphis like 3 or 4 times from, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from.
Do you live in Memphis now, or do you still live in that part of Mississippi?
I live in Memphis now.
Okay. How old were you when you actually made the move to Memphis?
That was this year.
Oh,
yeah.
Very recent.
Mm.
What took so long?
I had to grow up, for one, you know what I'm saying? Back here, like my hometown, so that's like where I'm from, that's where I was raised. Well, I lived in Memphis before, but, you know, I was a child, so I don't really count that. You know, I moved out here, well, I moved to Bahia when I was 9. And, shit, I've been there ever since. I just moved back to Memphis this year.
I see. Yeah. Okay, now, I've never heard of that town in Mississippi. What was it like growing up there? What was it like growing up in Memphis? You did live in Memphis for a little bit. Yeah. Paint the picture for us.
Growing up in Memphis, shit, man, easy to get into. When I say easy, I mean easy. You wake up one day and, man, you and the guy going to the candy lady, and next 10, 15 minutes, y'all breaking in somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was down there. But see, in the country, you know, everything more like, you know, like family, you know, like everybody family raised and shit like that. So, and, you know, it's a small town, so, you know, it's a lot of jealousy, envy. So, but depending on what type of person you is, you know, you got to use it as motivation, man. And shit, that's what I did.
So you were born in Mississippi, but then you lived in you lived in Memphis.
Yeah. I was born in Mississippi, in Southaven, and then I moved to Memphis when I was 2.
Okay, and then at 9 you moved back to Mississippi. Yeah. And then recently you moved back to Memphis. Yeah. Why did you move from Memphis? Okay, why did you move from Memphis to Memphis initially, and then why did you leave Memphis back to Mississippi? Was it because of the mischief and all that stuff that was happening, or was it another reason?
Nah. It just, you know, my pops had got incarcerated. So, you know, like around about that time, shit, you know, we were kind of struggling, so we had to move back to Mississippi with my dad and mother, which is my grandmother. Mm-hmm. And that's how we moved back to Mississippi.
How much time did he have to do?
Like 2.5. He was facing 10, but he did like 2.5, you know.
I see. Yeah. For what, if you don't mind me asking?
Drugs, man, you know.
Drug charge.
Yeah.
Okay, now, was it a rough upbringing for you? Would you describe your upbringing as rough?
Nah, I wouldn't say rough, but I wouldn't just say, I wasn't born with no silver spoon, though. But, you know, at the same time, you know, we had to go get it.
You talked about mischief, right? One time, or one moment you might be with the candy lady, then another moment breaking into people's houses. Did you get into trouble a lot? And if you did, what was the most serious thing you got into?
You talking about like in Memphis or?
Either or, just growing up, period.
Growing up, the most trouble I got into when I was at the juvenile, when I was 15.
What happened?
I was expelled from high school, Bahia High, 9th grade, for possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. You know, you break it down, you know, selling dope, selling weed, you know, shit like that.
Very early in your high school career.
Yeah.
9th grade, expelled?
Yeah, I never went back after that. You know, I ain't proud of it, but in life, I guess God had other plans for me, you know what I'm saying?
Most people, when they get kicked out of high school, they'll go to an alternative school.
Yeah, I went to homeschool for a while, but like I said, in that time, we were fucked up, so I ain't had no ride. And like, the guy that was actually my ride, he actually had got incarcerated, so that was my only ride, and I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, it was over with.
Well, homeschool, you stay at home.
Yeah, I know, but you actually got to go to a building once a week. You
know yeah. I see.
Yeah. So,
I don't think they had Uber back then either.
Nah.
So you dropped out of high school?
Yeah, I mean,
9th grade, you dropped out?
Yeah, like, you want to put it like that, I mean. I wanted to go back, but I wasn't in a position where I could, you know what I'm saying? I was still a juvenile, you know, I wasn't straight, you know what I'm saying? Financially, you know.
What was your parents' thoughts?
Man, you know, they ain't really like, I mean, they wasn't with it, you know what I'm saying? Like me getting in trouble because first off, my father, you know what I'm saying, he did the same thing. So by me going down that path, you know, it was just looking like, you know, I was just following in my dad's footsteps or whatever. So it really wasn't a good look. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you got to get it how you live. You got to get it the quicker way you can get it. And shit, when you in that environment, that is the quickest way.
The streets.
Yeah.
Before you even got expelled, what type of student were you growing up?
I was a good student. I was really smart. Like, you know, I was passing. I wasn't no, you know, it wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I actually a smart student. Not straight A, but you know, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't failing, you know, shit like that.
Getting kicked out for a drug charge very early. Wow, 9th grade, very young. Looking back, dealing with the streets, that's a very risky avenue. It can come with consequences. It can come with violence. It can come with jail, prison. Why go down that path? Was it unavoidable? Could you have chosen another alternative?
I tried. To be honest, I mean, I tried sports. I tried working. I tried going back to school. You know what I'm saying? None of it worked out. So I kept doing what I was doing. It was like that was the only way to progress because, you know, I guess when you in it like that, it's like I'm right in the midst of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I grew up at, that's where all the drug dealing went on at, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it was gonna be something getting sold or whether I was doing it or not. So, you know, that's why it was so easy. Just to pick it up, you know what I'm saying?
Any regrets dealing with the streets? Going that route, that path in life?
Back then I did, but now I don't because, you know, as you grow up, you realize everything happened for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And, man, God put you in situations, man, for, you know, as a test, it's gonna be either a blessing or a lesson, man, you know what I mean?
Was it worth it? Was the risk worth the reward or what you got out of it?
It's worth what I'm getting out of, you know what I'm saying? Because the music, you know, it's been progressing, you know what I'm saying? More than ever, right now, anyway.
What do you say to somebody who is kind of in a similar position like you? Let's say they get kicked out, they get expelled, right? Obviously, circumstances of one's living conditions can be different. But let's say somebody gets kicked out, similar position like you know, having a hard time with the homeschooling and getting a ride and this, that, and the third. What's the advice there to somebody, like I said, similar situation like you? Everybody's a little different, but, you know, 9th grade, very young. What do you say? What's your advice there?
I say, man, try to stay away from this shit, like, as much as you can, you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, if you ain't got a reward that you going after that's worth the risk that you taking, then you really just in the way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be doing it for, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be doing it for a reason. You gotta have a plan for everything you're doing. And what you're doing is how you doing it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But I advise y'all, you know, kids, don't turn to the drugs. No.
What do you say to somebody, let's say they just graduated high school. Let's say they have one foot in the streets already, and now they got to make the next decision in their life. High school's finished. They have to make the next move. What do you tell somebody like that? One foot in the streets, just finished high school. Any advice there?
One foot in, one foot out.
Yep.
Basically what I tell you, man. Positive vibe, positive mindset, positive outcome, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the streets ain't nothing but negativity. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Make a sacrifice. You know, sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. So, hey, that's what I advise y'all to do. Make sacrifices and do what you gotta do to get to where you need to go.
Looking back at your life, any regrets? You know, obviously you got expelled. It wasn't your choice to drop out, but you got expelled, and then obviously with the ride situation, then it was a choice. Hey, I really can't do this anymore. But looking back at your life, hindsight 2020, did you make the best decision there? Do you wish you would have tried maybe harder to stay in school, or was it the circumstances just beyond your control? You couldn't really, you had to deal with the cards you were dealt.
I mean, I wish I could have, but like you said, just the cards I was dealt. Like, the way this shit was happening, I guess it was me. Cause like I said, I really wanted to graduate. I was looking forward to graduating and shit like that, but it was like, bam, this shit just happened. And this shit so crazy, cause it's like the day that I got expelled, I had this thought in my head, like, damn, what if I actually go in this motherfucker and get caught? And this shit actually happened. I was like, hell nah, you gotta look, positive mindset, positive vibe, positive outcome, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier.
Any thoughts on a GED or?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was working toward it. I was working toward getting my GED, but man, when you young and you out here in these streets, and you know what I'm saying, it like, shit, man, it's a lot to take in, man. Like I couldn't even keep going. For one, I had started making more money than I ever made. You know, when you young and you know, when you count more money than you ever counted on your own, I mean, you kind of feel like you don't need nothing, man. It's just hard. It's like a phase you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? Man, shit. But I'm gonna get it though. I just got other plans first.
Did you rap while you were in school?
Yeah, I've been rapping since I was like 7 in the closet, but I ain't come out till I was like 12.
Did you battle other classmates?
Yeah, exactly how I started out. Shit, battling and shit.
Win more, lose more, break even?
I would win. I was at the end. You know what I'm saying, back then.
So what happened with the music after you get kicked out? Are you in the streets, and that was the main thing that was going on, and then music was taken seriously later down the line? Or were you doing music at the same time you were in the streets? Again, right after the 9th grade situation. How did it play out to this point? Kind of give me the timetable.
Well, before that, I was with a group, you know what I'm saying, called TGS, you know what I'm saying? So after this situation went down, it was like everything crashed. Like this shit. One of the guys went to the army and shit, my other cousin, you know what I'm saying? He was he out there in Memphis and shit, you know, he was doing his own thing. And I was going through this shit, so it kind of like crashed and shit. I wasn't doing, I'm really just like recording songs, but I wasn't doing shit with him though. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd the group break up?
For one, we had a manager. You know, she my cousin. She had got pregnant and shit like that, so that was all our connects and shit, like bam, gone, like, and shit. Well, you know, that was basically like our push right there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so after her, that shit broke up. You know what I'm saying? One of the guys went to the army, and then, it was just me and my other cousin, Melvo.
Are you still cool with everybody?
Yeah, everything still good. They family, like we flesh and blood. Like it ain't no friend and shit. Like we family. Like we got the same grandma and shit.
So no beef?
Nah.
Because you could beef with your own family members.
Yeah, you could, but you know.
Especially when money's involved and stuff like that, people can get petty when they're family members.
Yeah, like money just bring out your true character, that's all. A lot of people say it changes, but it don't. Just bring out your true character.
Now, I know you were in the streets after you get expelled and all that, but did you ever try to get a real job?
Yeah. Shit, I tried to get a little job at Wendy's and shit like that. Worked there for like a year. But that shit slavery, so that shit was dead. You know? Yeah, nah, I couldn't do it.
That's the only job you had?
Yeah. You know, besides, you know, outside work and shit like that. But them ain't no real jobs.
You said it was like slavery. Does that mean it was a tough job or no?
It wasn't a tough job. I'm talking about labor, you know, like you doing too much work to be getting paid less money, you know, like to be getting paid that much money, or that less money.
Any crazy stories dealing with that job? Anything that happened out of the norm?
Man, nah, I mean, yeah, I was doing a little hustling and shit in that motherfucker, you know, out of every now and then.
Through the drive-thru?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
You know, but yeah, some of their customers did become my customers though.
Now, did you ever get fired from this job? Did you quit this job? What ended up happening?
Nah, they really needed me. I just didn't show up one day. Got tired of that shit, just didn't show up.
Now, are both parents in your life, I know you mentioned your mom and your dad, where are they today?
Yeah, they still together, you know what I'm saying? Like I said,
they're still together?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know they're rare, you know what I'm saying?
Today's time's very rare.
Yeah, but like I said, like, you know, I may be from the, you know what I'm saying, from the hood or whatever, but I still came from a household. You know, it was a dysfunctional household. I ain't gonna say it was normal, no shit like that, cause you know, but you know, yeah, my folks, they, you know what I'm saying, they good, they straight.
What do you think keeps them together? A lot of couples get divorces now. Some people don't even get married when they have kids. What do you think their secret is on staying together?
Man, you gotta ask them that shit. You know, like I said, it wasn't just like they ain't. I mean, I ain't just growing up. You know what I'm saying? This shit wasn't like no. It wasn't peaches and cream growing up. Like they went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they still together, I guess. All the shit they went through.
Sounds like you've been through some things growing up, but in regards to your parents, what's the worst thing you put them through? Was it getting expelled from high school, or was it something worse than that?
Yeah, I think it's about the worst thing right there. Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
3, yeah, 3.
Brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers and a sister.
Where do you fit on that ladder? Are you towards the oldest, towards the youngest?
I'm the second oldest. My sister's the oldest, then it's me.
Anyone else rap in your family aside yourself, or just you?
Yeah, my 2 younger brothers rolled on a rat and clocked 17, you know.
Oh, so they rap as well?
Yeah.
And you guys collabed?
Yeah, plenty of shit. You can YouTube that.
What does your family think about your rap career?
Everybody with it. Everybody know what's finna happen. Where everybody see it happening. And you know, like back in the day, you know, they was like, oh, y'all need to get realistic and shit. But, you know, after shit started paying off, they couldn't do nothing but accept it. Parents
supportive?
Mm-hmm. They support this shit like a motherfucker.
Right away, or did they have to warm up to it?
They had to warm up to it.
What do they think about the music?
They like the music. Like they actually like my shit. Like they be jamming to this shit. Like it wasn't always like that, but you know, they had to accept it.
What about the cursing? What do they think about that?
Well, when I first started recording, I was like 13. You know, they said something about it. They made a joke. Well, shit, my dad actually told me, when I was younger, like, you doing all that cussing in the motherfucking rap, nigga, you better get rich doing this shit. And hey, it is what it is, man.
Have they had a chance to see you perform yet?
Yeah.
What were their thoughts on that?
Couple times. They were proud, you know what I'm saying?
We spoke about a variety of subjects in regards to your upbringing, but generally speaking, what's your message to the youth? What would you tell them today?
Chase your dreams, man. Don't be a sheep, you know what I'm saying? Don't live your life the way somebody think you should. You know, like, do what make you happy, you know what I'm saying, by any means, because at the end of the day, all this shit temporary, even life itself. You know what I'm saying?